direct your attention to the first base dugout as we honor the 10 seniors today with the Red Men. Unable to be here today is pitcher number 28, Michael Stachura. A four-year member of the Red Men, the Lisle, Illinois native and Aurora Marymount High School graduate, is a finance and accounting double major. Let's hear it for Mike Stachura. Our first senior in attendance today is designated hitter number 3, Joe Sisk, escorted by parents Bob and Barb. A four-year member of the Red Men, the Lake Villa native and Lakes Community High School graduate, is a business management major. After college, Joe is joining McGinty Bros as a project assistant. Ladies and gentlemen, number 3, Joe Sisk. Next is outfielder number 8, Ryan Dalton, escorted by parents Sean and Kim. A four-year member of the Red Men, the Lockport native and Lockport Township High School graduate, is a criminal justice major. After college, Ryan is pursuing a career in law enforcement. Ladies and gentlemen, number 8, Ryan Dalton. Next is designated hitter number 15, Joe Godlewski, escorted by parents Dave and Ann. A one-year member of the Red Men, the Indianapolis native and Bishop Chatard High School graduate, is a finance and management double major. After college, Joe will join RSM as a healthcare consultant. Ladies and gentlemen, number 15, Joe Godlewski. Next is pitcher number 19, Chris Pedrak, escorted by parents Chris and Leslie. A four-year member of the Red Men, the Woodridge, Illinois native and Downers Grove South High School graduate, is an exercise and sports science major. After college, Chris is attending graduate school at UWM. Ladies and gentlemen, number 19, Chris Pedrak. Next is pitcher number 23, Joe Nelson, escorted by parents Rick and Maggie. A four-year member of the Red Men, the LaGrange, Illinois native and Nazareth Academy High School graduate, is an accounting major. After college, Joe will attend law school at John Marshall. Ladies and gentlemen, number 23, Joe Nelson. Next is pitcher number 25, Kevin Tybor, escorted by his parents, Keith and Danielle. A two-year member of the Red Men, the Kenosha native, Bradford graduate, and CLC transfer, is an economics major. After college, Kevin plans to continue playing and joining the workforce. Ladies and gentlemen, number 25, Kevin Tybor. Next is pitcher number 26, Ian Maxineer, escorted by parents Doug and Amy. A two-year member of the Red Men, the McHenry, Illinois native, Central Catholic graduate, and McHenry transfer, is an environmental science major. After college, Ian plans to enter the workforce. Ladies and gentlemen, number 26, Ian Maxineer. Next is catcher number 26, 27, Nick Pierce, escorted by parents Doug and Nancy. A four-year member of the Red Men, the Economowalk native and Economowalk High School graduate, is a criminal justice and business management double major. After college, Nick is joining Exact Sciences as an inside sales representative. Ladies and gentlemen, number 27, Nick Pierce. Our final senior is pitcher number 32, Joe Sambucci, escorted by parents Joe and Sue. A four-year member of the Red Men, the Lamont native and Lamont High School graduate, is a criminal justice major. After college, Joe will pursue a career in law enforcement. Ladies and gentlemen, number 32, Joe Sambucci. At this time, their teammates will present each of the seniors with a framed jersey for the senior class. Carthage College baseball senior class of 2018.
Game 2 of our doubleheader getting set to begin here at Augie Schmidt Field in Kenosha. John Weiser back with you for game number 2 as the Redmen looking for the doubleheader sweep and would take this 3-game series 2-1, having won the first game by a score of 14-6.
Batting 8th, third baseman number 38, Trevor Sessick. And batting 9th, the second baseman number 2, Stephen
Game 2 will feature Matt Willett on the hill for the Redmen against Joe Prestamer.
Game 2, number 30, Joe Prestamer.
Prestheimer on the hill, making his start here today. Some changes for the Redmen in game number 2. It'll be Clayton Taylor in left, Colton Klein in center, Ryan Dalton in right. Cody Phelps will be at third, Farley at short, Kramer at second, Vince Schwartz over at first. Nick Pierce will be the DH today, so Ricky Bergstrom will catch game 2 of this doubleheader. And there's a look at the Redmen batting order today. Klein, Kramer, Phelps, Pierce, Schwartz, and Taylor, and Dalton, Farley, and Bergstrom. Let's take a look at the Wesleyan defense. Mansky, Jacob Houghton will start game 2 in center field, and Ben Mansky gets a start in right. It'll be John Bosco out in left field for the Titans. Sefcik at third. Nick Figgis will come in and play short here in game 2. Billington moves over to second, and Garrett Shea at first. Eric Kozlowski, who caught game 1, will be the DH. Seth Palmby will be behind the plate catching game number 2, and Prestheimer on the mound. There you see the batting order. It'll be Figgis at short, followed by Bosco and then Shea. Jacob Houghton starting game number 2, making his first appearance in this series. Eric Kozlowski will be the DH. Ben Mansky over in right. Palmby, the catcher, will bat 7th. Sefcik, the third baseman, will hit 8th. And Billington batting 9th and playing second base. It'll be Ben Gray, the home plate umpire. Mike McGloon will work the bases here in game number 1 or game number 2. With that loss in game number 1, the Titans have been eliminated from consideration for that 4th and final spot in the CCIW tournament. So it comes down between Elmhurst, Augustana, and North Park to secure the final 2 spots in the tournament. North Central winning the conference, Carthage finishing no worse than second. And we'll turn things over here in game 2 to Matt Willett, the right-hander. Willett making his 8th start and 9th appearance of the season. He has a 3-1 record. 3.89 earned run average, 39 and a third innings, 34 hits, 22 runs, 17 earned, 21 walks, 28 strikeouts, 9 extra base hits, including a home run, and opponents are hitting .231 against Willett. Once again, the defense, Taylor, Klein, and Dalton left, center, and right. Phelps, Farley, Kramer, and Schwartz are infield third to first, and the battery of Bergstrom and Willett. Willett last pitched last Saturday down in Decatur against Milliken, went 4 innings, gave up 4 hits and 3 runs, walked 5, and struck out 4. Redmen went on to win that game 9-7. He threw 101 pitches in 4 innings. Willett, 6'2", 192. Prepped at Maine West High School, a Des Plaines, Illinois native. Set to face Nick Figgis, who was a center fielder in the first 2 games of this series, moves in to play shortstop here in game 2 of this twin bill. Willett, like so many pitchers, works from the stretch with the bases empty and delivers a foul ball first pitch. We are underway in game number 2. Final regular season game for both these teams. Redmen will move on to postseason play next week down in Naperville against North Central. The 0-1 pitch by Willett on the outside corner for strike 2. Just missed. 1-2 the count to Figgis playing shortstop. Figgis in game 1. Struck out, reached first, and scored back in the first. And drew a walk, otherwise 0 for 3 officially, and drives that one into the left field corner, and that one is a home run. Just inside the foul pole in left field, and Figgis starts off the ball game with a solo home run. third dinger of the year for Figgis. 31st run batted in, and the Titans take an early 1-0 lead.
Left fielder, John Bosco.
Brings up John Bosco, the left fielder. Bosco moving up to the number 2 spot in this second game. Was in the 6th hole the first 2 games. Bosco 1 for 4 in game 1 of this doubleheader. Willett, a 4-year letter winner from Maine West. Behind now 2-0. For Willett, that is his second home run that he's given up this year. Missing at the knees, 3-0. Nice ceremony between games. The 9 seniors honored today. Between games, this final home game of the season, or games if you will, right down Main Street for strike 1. 3-1 the count. And Figgis with a leadoff home run here for the Titans in game number 2. All 3 games, the Redmen have had to come to the plate behind in the contest, and Bosco draws a walk here. First 2 have reached here for the Titans.
First baseman, Garrett
It's been
Shea.
the storyline of the series here. The Titans have gotten the top 2 men to reach in all 3 games now. Here's Garrett Shea, the first baseman. Swings through a curveball. Shea in game 1. Officially 0 for 3. Walked and was hit by a pitch. Struck out 2 times. Foul tip. Held on by Bergstrom, 0-2. Shea, a .288 hitter. 5 home runs, 26 driven in. Willett from the stretch, wastes one away, 1-2. .6'2", 192 goes Willett. The 1-2 pitch missing outside. Evens the count now at 2-2. Fouled straight back. His best outing was back in early April against Augustana. A 9-inning gem, 4-hitter. As that one's driven up the middle for a base hit. The runner was going. Bosco, he'll round second. There'll be a play at third. He slides in safely. First 3 have reached here to start game 2 of this doubleheader. Shea with a single up the middle. Bosco on at third now. First and third, nobody out. A run in.
Center fielder, Jacob Houghton.
And Jacob Houghton, the center fielder. Houghton 278. 4 home runs, 12 driven in. Yeah, the game in April 8th game we did here on Carthage TV. As Willett gets ahead 0-1. 9 innings, 4 hits, allowed 1 run. It was unearned. 1 walk and 5 strikeouts. A 3-1 victory by the Redmen. Enters with a 3-1 record. Count even now at a ball and a strike. Now sits 2-1. See what they do with Shea over at first base here in a 2-1 count and a runner at third. Figgis with the leadoff home run. 1-0 Titans. Fouled at the plate. That was the longest outing of the year, that April 8th game of 9 innings for Willett. Complete game in that victory. Check swing, called strike 3. On the corner. One gone here in the top of the first. Brings up Eric Kozlowski, designated hitter in game number 2. He caught the first 2 games for the Titans. Pair of home runs in this series. Both solo shots, one Friday and again in game 1 in the second inning. Went 2 for 4 in game 1. He's behind in the count, 0-1. Just missed at the knees. 1-1 for Willett. Facing Kozlowski. Ben Mansky, the right fielder, on deck. Fouled right side and out of play. Willett ahead now, 1-2. Schwartz holding the runner on at first. Infield at double play depth at second, short, and third. 1-2 pitch. Foul tip. Double deflection off of Bergstrom and the umpire, Ben Gray. One-two pitch, swing and a miss. Foul tipped, hung on to by Bergstrom. Second straight strikeout by Willett. 2 gone here in the top of the first. Brings up right fielder Ben Mansky.
Right fielder Ben Mansky.
Mansky came on to play the 9th inning. Got a single in the 9th. And the count now 1-0. Grounded sharply to Kramer. Up with it, and they're out of the inning. But Titans, as they've done in all 3 games, get the early lead. A solo leadoff home run by Nick Figgis, his 3rd of the season. 1 run on 2 hits. 2 men left on base for the Titans in the top of the first. We had the bottom inning of inning number 1, 1-0 Illinois Wesleyan. It'll be Klein, Kramer, and Phelps, the first 3 up here for the Redmen. Nick Pierce will be the DH. He'll hit cleanup here in game number 2. Then Schwartz, the first baseman, followed by Taylor, Dalton, Miles Farley, and catcher Ricky Bergstrom. And there's the defense for you. Bosco in left, Houghton in center, Mansky in right. Sefcik at third base here in game 2. Figgis moves from center to short here in game 2. Billington at second and Shea over at first. Seth Palmby will catch game number 2, and on the hill is Joe Prestimer. 2-1 record, his 4th start and 13th appearance. He's a freshman out of Lincoln Way East. 4.22 earned run average. He's thrown 32 innings, given up 37 hits and 16 runs. 15 of those runs earned. Walked 13, struck out 22. He has given up 8 extra base hits, including 3 home runs. And opponents are hitting .287 against the right-hander. Prestimer pitched on Tuesday against North Central, 3 1/3. 5 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned in that outing. That was an 8-3 loss in the nightcap of that full game as they completed that suspended game due to darkness up at Naperville. They had to play that game out down in Bloomington. Here's Colton Klein, set to lead off here for the Redmen. They trail 1-0. Drives that one into left. Bosco backing up short of the track. 1 pitch, 1 gone here in the first inning. Klein retired for the first time today. 3 hits and 2 walks in game number 1. Here's Ryan Kramer, the second baseman. Kramer, a .325 hitter now, 4 home runs, 26 driven in. Kramer 3 for 4, plus a fielder's choice in game 1 of this doubleheader. Count now 2-1 to Kramer. Fouled that one at the plate. Kramer, a junior. In this lineup, only 9 seniors graduating from this baseball team. Augie's going to have a good complement of players with a lot of experience coming back. They're going to lose that senior leadership behind the plate and Nick Pierce out of Oconomowoc. Grounded sharply to short and Figgis. 2 gone. Brings up third baseman Cody Phelps. Phelps hit a 2-run home run in the bottom of the first inning to tie the game at 2.
Third baseman Cody Phelps.
3 RBI days so far. Also drove in a run in the 6th with a single. 3 for 4 plus a walk in game number 1. On the outside corner for strike 1. 1-1. Foul tip hung on by Palmby. 1-2. Palmer's best outing was against Fredonia College back on March 13th. He went 7 innings. Gave up just 4 hits and 1 run in that contest. A 10-3 victory by the Titans. Strike 3 called on the outside corner, and the inning is over. 3 up and 3 down go the Redmen here in the first. After 1 complete, 1-0, Illinois Wesleyan. Top of the second inning for the Titans. Catcher Seth Palmby to lead things off. The 7, 8, and 9 hitters due up here to face Matt Willett, the freshman. First pitch on the outside corner for strike one.
Leading off the catcher, Seth Palmby.
Lady Reds now trail in the fifth inning now, 7-6 to Illinois Wesleyan. Titans hitting a grand slam in the fourth inning of that contest to take the lead, 7-6. And that's the CCIW Women's Softball Championship going on in Bloomington today. Same spot, didn't get the call, 1-2. Palmby's first appearance in this series. Two and two, grounded to Farley at short. Bobbled it. Now throws, got him. Good recovery by Farley to stay with that, to get the put out.
Third baseman, Trevor Sefcik.
Palmby retired, one gone here in the second. Brings up Tyler Sefcik, third baseman today. Fouls that one away. Sefcik, a 111 hitter. 3 for 27 on the season with an RBI. Again late on a fastball. 0-2. Willett usually has pretty good stuff. He's one of those pitch to contact pitchers. Just missed outside. 1-2. Willie is about built just like a Greg Maddux kind of pitcher. Tried to snap a curve in there and missed. 2-2. 6'2", 192. And fouled away. Outfield shading Sefcik a little bit toward right field. And the ground ball, Phelps at third, had to back up on it. Now throws across, gets him. Two up, two down here in the top of the second. That brings up the number 9 hitter, Stephen Billington. Billington at second base here in game 2.
Second baseman, Stephen Billington.
Billington, who played short here in the first 2 games. 1 for 3 plus a walk in game 1 of this doubleheader. On the corner for strike 1. Billington's only hit in game 1 came in the 9th. A single. Reached third, but Garrett Shea struck out to end the game, and he gives that one a pretty good poke into right center field. Who wants it? Dalton, the right fielder, makes the play to retire the side. Titans go quietly here in the second. We head to the bottom of the second inning, 1-0 Illinois Wesleyan. Nick Pierce to lead off the second inning for the Redmen, doing the designated hitting here in game 2. Pierce with a 3 RBI game in game number 1.
Designated hitter, Nick Pierce.
1 for 2, couple of walks. 3 runs driven in. Playing his final game of the regular season as a Carthage Redman. Out of Oconomowoc High School, Cooney rounds that to short. Figgis, 1 gone.
First baseman, Vince Schwartz.
Brings up Vince Schwartz, first baseman. Schwartz in game number 1. Couple of fielder's choice, sacrifice bunt. Single and an RBI in the 3rd inning. Carthage took the lead and hung on, pulled away. 0-2. Missed outside with a curveball, 1-2. Back with a fastball, didn't miss by much. 2-2. Fouled a fastball away. Curveball got him. Foul tip at the plate. Palmby unable to hang on to that, so we'll do it again. 2-2 the count to Vince Schwartz. Wouldn't chase a bad one there. 3-2. Outfield straight away for Schwartz. Drives that one into the gap in right center. Drifting over is the right fielder. Mansky makes the play, fighting the sun. 2 gone. The tough field today. With that cloudless sky. Right field, first base, second base, anything popped up to the right side of the diamond, going to be tough. Brings up left fielder Clayton Taylor. Taylor came in the 3rd inning of game 1 of our doubleheader. Hit his first triple of the year and scored a run in the 6th, part of that 4-run 6th inning. Behind in the count now, 0-2. 2 out, bottom of the 2nd. Redmond trail by a run. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. Second strikeout of the game for Prestemer, and that's the 2nd straight inning. He's ended the inning with a strikeout. No runs, no hits, nobody left. We head to inning 3, 1-0 Illinois Wesleyan. Top of the third here in Kenosha. It'll be Nick Figgis, the shortstop, to lead things off. Top of the order here for the Titans, Figgis, Bosco, and Shea.
Shortstop, Nick Figgis.
Figgis led off the first inning with a solo home run just inside the foul pole in left field. Willett comes high and tight with a fastball, 1-0. He's behind, evens the count, I should say, at 1-1. Fouls that one away right side. Figgis trying to go for the conference batting crown. He's hitting .405 coming into the game. We'll add to that with that home run. His third of the year. Two and two now to Figgis. Entered the series here with a chance to win the crown overall, individual batting. Figgis sitting at .405. One hopper to Farley. Schwartz did a nice job staying on the bag. One gone here in the third. Well, it's over down in Bloomington. Illinois Wesleyan women defeated the Lady Reds 7-4 in the second and decisive game to clinch the automatic berth into the NCAA Division III softball championships next week. Nice play by Kramer over at second base to retire Bosco. Two gone here in the third. But hey, congratulations to Amy Gilmore and the Lady Reds. As the fourth seed made it into the championship game. Battled their way through the championship bracket. Had to play Wesleyan 3 times in that tournament. Defeated him 1-0 on Friday, yesterday. Lost 2 close ones to them in the championship set. 2-0 the count to Garrett Shea, the first baseman. He reached on a single back in the first. Outside corner for strike one. Same spot. Missed it. 3-1. Base is empty, 2 out, top of the third. One gets back to the screen off the Bergstrom glove. Second walk issued by Willett today to go with 2 strikeouts. So man at first with 2 out. Jacob Houghton, the center fielder. Smashes that one into right. Dalton just short of the warning track in right field makes the play to retire the side. No runs on no hits, a walk and 1 left. We head to the bottom half of the third inning. Carthage trailing 1-0. Carthage versus Wesleyan Day today, or what? Bottom of the third for the Redmen. Joe Prestimer retired 6 straight here to start the ball game. It'll be Ryan Dalton, Miles Farley, and Ricky Bergstrom. 7, 8, and 9 due up here for the Redmen. They trail 1-0. Nick Figgis solo home run in the first. As Dalton fouls that one at the plate.
Now batting Ryan Dalton.
Dalton 1 for 5 in game number 1. That was a single. Scored a run in the 4th inning. Nate O'Dahl getting the win in game number 1. 7 2/3 innings pitched by O'Dahl, the transfer from Gonzaga. Just missed outside, 1-2. Ben Gray had been giving the pitchers the corners here early on, but starting to shrink just a little bit. Pop foul straight back and out of play. Men's lacrosse conference championship also going on down in Bloomington. Approaching the end of the first quarter, Illinois Wesleyan with an 8-3 lead over the Redmen. Hit him in the back. So Dalton becomes the first base runner today for the Redmen, hit by a pitch.
Now batting the shortstop.
4th batter hit by Prestimer this year. Brings up Miles Farley. Reached base 3 times in game number 1, including a solo leadoff home run in the 6th inning. Dalton will take his lead over at first. Going, swing and a miss by Farley. The throw down is in time. No, wait, no. Oh, they're going to call him out or safe? What is it? The ball came out. The rule was coming out on transfer, so it'll go as a caught stealing. So Dalton cut down, now 2 for 5 in the stolen base category. Farley drives this one to center, but the wind's going to knock it down. Out in there, 2 gone. Brings up Bergstrom, the catcher.
Ricky Bergstrom.
First appearance in the series for Bergstrom. 167 hitter, no home runs, 1 driven in. 5 for 30 on the year. Outside corner, good pitch, 1-1. Same spot, strike 2. Grounded to short. Figgis up with it. A throw over high, and did he stand the bag? He did. Good job by Shea, the first baseman, to keep his foot on the bag, and that will retire the side. A promising inning goes by the wayside. Hit by pitch, then a caught stealing. Farley and Bergstrom out in order. We head to the 4th. Carthage trailing 1-0. Fourth inning here in game 2 of our doubleheader. Carthage winning game 1. Titans will send up the 5, 6, and 7 hitters here. It'll be Eric Kozlowski leading things off here in the 4th. Figgis' home run, the only run of the game. 1 run on 2 hits for the Titans. Redmond 9 up, 9 down here through the first 3 innings. Willett starts off with a strike. Kozlowski struck out back in the first inning. Willett with 2 strikeouts on the day, and that one's driven into right to Dalton. Had him played perfectly right to him. 1 gone.
Right fielder Ben Mansky.
Brings up Ben Mansky. Mansky 0 for 1.
That's pretty good, yeah. I'm glad you guys see that because we wouldn't know otherwise.
Willett could use a quick inning here. His pitch count at 53 through the first 3 plus. Mansky making his 30th appearance and 21st start of the season. Evens the count now at a ball and a strike. Popped him up on the infield. Phelps, Farley calling everyone off. Makes the catch, ranging all the way over from shortstop into foul territory to make the catch. That's what you call taking charge. That's what you want your shortstop to do. Had the better angle with your left fielder Taylor playing out toward left center. That's how you know your defense. Farley taking charge there nicely. 2 gone here in the 4th. Palmby, the catcher, at the plate. Grounded to short back in the 2nd inning. I said Willett could use a quick inning here. Popped it up foul straight back. Ahead of him now 0-2. And the Redmen will be the 2 seed in the conference tournament next weekend. Final year of the 4-team tournament. Next year it'll be 6. Foul tipped off Bergstrom. Yeah, with the addition of Carroll joining the league and making it a 9-team league now, athletic directors and presidents signed off on the new playoff format. 6 teams next year in baseball. Pop foul. Again, it remains 0-2. Again, some people would say that it cheapens the regular season, but as one who has been involved with Division III sports for the past 20 years, I will tell you it's all about the credo in Division III, and that's participation opportunity. And a couple extra teams in that will get a chance to participate in postseason. And really, as a conference, the CCIW, I think that strengthens the league just a bit. It has a reputation of being a pretty good athletic conference all across the board. Checked his swing on a low pitch, did not go. 1-2. Again, having been born and raised here in Kenosha, come to appreciate the CCIW and what this conference is all about. Remember coming out and watching some football games as a youngster. My dad would take me and my brother out here to watch Art Keller's teams play. Swing and a miss, drop third strike. Bergstrom's going to have to throw down to first to get the put out, and they do. Third strikeout of the day by Willett, and it's a 3-up, 3-down inning for Matt Willett. We head to the bottom half of the 4th inning. Carthage trailing 1-0. Bottom of the fourth inning. Joe Prestimer has retired first 9 guys he has faced here today in game 2 of this doubleheader. Carthage winning game 1 12-4. Looking to take the third and final game of this series and take the season series with a victory here today, but they'll have to do it from behind, trailing 1-0. Colton Klein at the plate takes strike 1. Klein flew out to the left fielder Bosco in the first inning. Gets past Palmby, the catcher. 1-1 the count. They couldn't retire Klein in the first game. He had a pair of walks and 3 singles, scored 3 runs, drove 2 of them in, grounded a short. Figgis up with it. Throw off the bag, and it hit Dalton right in the arm. As he ran down the line, and he is got him right in the left elbow. Oh, you could hear that thing hit from up here. So it'll be an error on Figgis, the shortstop. First base runner of the day for the Redmen. Let's hope Colton Klein's okay. Took that one right on the elbow as he was running down the first base line. Zach Taves, the trainer, out in the dark polo shirt. The baseball trainer all season long. Klein's going to stay in there, so base runner for the Redmen to start this 4th inning. On the throwing error by Figgis, Ryan Kramer. He grounded to Figgis back in the first inning. And there's the first base hit down to left center. Klein rounding second. He's going to go to third. There'll be a play, and he dives in safely. Little cat and mouse there between Klein and the left fielder, Bosco. Whether or not he was going to round second and go to third, which he did. So hit on the board now for the Redmen, and Carthage with a little bingo going here in the 4th. Runners at the corners with nobody out. Cody Phelps steps in. He lashes one out into right center field. That one will get down for a base hit, gets past the outfielder. Klein will score. Going into third is Kramer, and into second is Phelps. And we're tied at 1. Klein comes all the way around. It'll be a hit and an error. Allowing Kramer to third and Phelps to second. Nobody out here in the 4th inning. And it's tied at 1. And it's funny how these things get started. You know, a roller out to short. The shortstop makes an errant throw, and then next thing you know, a couple of runs are in. As it is, the Redmen have plated 1 here to tie the game at 1. Here's Nick Pierce, the designated hitter. Pierce, the leading RBI guy for the Redmen this season with 42. It's solid all season long, takes ball 1. He's appeared in all 40 ball games for the Redmen, either as a DH or catcher. Takes curveball in at the letters for a strike, 1-1. Been primarily impressed with Pearson, his work behind the plate. He does an excellent job backstopping, particularly the low pitches. That shot the knees and missed, did not miss by much. Pretty good. Pierce sitting on a 2-1 count. Kramer at third, Phelps on at second. Curveball, trying to stay behind it, grounded to third. Long throw across in time. Sefcik did a nice job fielding that ball and holding Kramer at third. One out here in the fourth inning. Runners unable to advance, brings up Vince Schwartz. Schwartz flew out to the right fielder Mansky back in the second inning. Curveball missed outside. Infield back. About medium depth here for the middle infield. That curveball caught the corner. 1-1. Shea, the first baseman, a couple steps behind the bag at first. Same for the third baseman, Sefcik. Diggus and Billington, about medium depth, middle of the diamond. There's a smash to third. There'll be a play at home. It's coming home, and it'll be an easy out. Contact that time, and Kramer was coming. So he's erased 5-2. Schwartz on with a fielder's choice. 2 out here in the fourth. Runners at first and second for Clayton Taylor. Taylor caught looking back in the second inning to end that second inning. Starts him off with a breaking ball outside. 1-0. Fought that one off. Will it get down? No, foul. Taylor trying to hold back on that one as long as he could, then pulled the trigger. Could not straighten that one out. Count even now at a ball and a strike. Ground ball, seeing eye, got through. Not far enough to advance the runners more than 90 feet, so the bags will be loaded here. Infield single here for Clayton Taylor. And it brings up Ryan Dalton.
The right fielder, Ryan Dalton.
Dalton looking for his first hit here in game 2. Good stop back there by Palmy. Got all of that one. To the warning track, to the wall, say goodbye! The grand slam by Ryan Dalton. Dalton hung back on a 1-0 breaking ball and drilled it out beyond the left field wall near the left field foul line. So the grand salami has broken open this game, 5-1 now in favor of the Redmen. All 5 runs coming here in the fourth. And Farley takes a strike. Like I said to start the inning, you know how innocuous it starts with a little throwing error, and the next thing you know, a crooked number on the board. So the Redmen with 5 here in the fourth, lead at 5-1. Farley in the hole 0-2. Swing and a miss. Customer comes back to get the strikeout, but closes the door after the horses bolt here. 5 runs on 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. There was an error, the grand slam by Dalton. We head to the 5th inning here in game 2 of our doubleheader. 5-1 Redmond.
Just gotta get those back. Single to right center.
Take it out of the fucking inning with 1 run.
That's 3 hits. 4 runs. He's got, I think, to break.
That was easy, it was a slow roller.
My whole point of it is to say, baseball.
No, that's not. That's bullshit. Where did we put it?
I didn't think I gotta find somebody else. So now this, I'm like, he needs to get a hit right now. Hey, let's get those back, guys. Let's go. You can do this.
Well, Matt Willett giving his first lead of the afternoon. Thanks to the 5-run outburst in the 4th. Ryan Dalton, the grand slam. For Dalton, that is his team-leading 7th home run of the year. He now has 34 driven in. 5-1 Redmond, and the first pitch to Sefcik is a ball. Sefcik playing 3rd here in game number 2, grounded out to Phelps. Smashes that one into right for a base hit.
Foul that too. Come on, your turn.
So a leadoff single here for Sefcik to start the 5th inning. Brings up the number 9 hitter, Stephen Billington. Billington 0 for 1. Flew out to Dalton, the right fielder, back in the 2nd inning. Pitch missing outside, ball 1. Willett behind now, 2-0 to the number 9 hitter, Billington. Missed at the knees, 3-0. Got the automatic on 3-0. Three-one pitch upcoming. Lost him on a high and tight fastball. 2 on, nobody out now. To start the 5th inning, in the top of the order, Figgis coming up.
2 out there for you, 16. Let's go, kiddo.
Come on, Nick.
Figgis already with a solo home run to start the ball game today. He is 1 for 2. Schwartz will play behind the runner at first here with the lead. Phelps even with the bag at 3rd. I've been looking for a ground ball here. That one's fouled away to the right side. 0-1 the count to Figgis. Wind is shifted here in game 2, a little bit more off the lake east. A little more right to left with that wind. So it's knocking things down, headed out toward the right center and right field line. But helping fly balls hit to left, as we've seen here in this 2nd game. Good stop by catcher Bergstrom. Willett running into some trouble here. behind in the count, 2-1. Leadoff single by Sefcik and a base on balls to Billington. Allowed 3 walks here so far. 2-1 pitch on the outside corner for strike 2.
It ain't you. It ain't you.
Willett, the check of the runner at second. Sefcik, the pitch. Runners were going, and the pitch fouled off. Little hit and run here. Dennis Martell coaching over at third. Put the runners in motion on 2-2. Let's see if he does it again.
Bada bing, right?
Sefcik takes his lead at second. Billington the leadoff at first. Runner's not going, and it's fouled off the hands straight back.
All right, win it, Nick, win it.
Brandon Hannick starting to throw in the bullpen for the Redmen. Check of the runners. Pitch, grounded sharply. Farley able to knock it down, cannot make a play. Tried a sliding throw that time to Phelps at third to get the lead runner, but could not come up with it.
Hey, we got to bring somebody home here. Let's go, Johnny.
All right, Miles.
So that loads the bases here, puts Sefcik on at third, Billington on at second. Figgis on base with an infield single. Brings up the left fielder, John Bosco. Bosco officially 0 for 1, grounded out to Kramer at second in the third. Drew a walk in the first. Another nice save by Bergstrom behind the plate. 1-0 the count.
Talk it up in there, guys. Let's go.
Good curveball. Took a little off that one. Buckled Bosco momentarily, 1-1. Bases loaded, nobody out. Redmond with a 5-1 lead here, but Willett in a jam. That one, nice stop by Kramer at second. He'll throw to first. A run will come in, but that saved run there.
Here, you got to bring someone home here, kiddo. Let's go, Fiver.
Beautiful play by Kramer at second base, ranging to his left. Make the diving stop, saved a run.
First baseman Garrett Shea.
One in, it's 5-2.
Come on, Garrett, find a hole now.
Now with first base open, Garrett Shea, the first baseman at the plate. See how Willett pitches to him here. 1 out, we're in the top half of the 5th. Carthage with a 5-2 lead. Ryan Kramer with a grand slam in the 4th inning. Missed outside, quickly 2-0 now to Shea. Ooh, looked like a pretty good pitch there. Tried to drop one in on the letters that time. 3-0.
Come to you, 5. Don't help him.
On the outside corner. Willett now at 83 pitches. Walks, the bases loaded again here. Second walk of the inning. 4th of the game issued by Willett. And time is called here as Gonzalez will come out.
Have a little fun out there, Sticks.
Have a conference with his infield. Umpire Ben Gray going to wander out, break off the conference here. So the bases loaded, a run in, 1 out, a 5-2 ball game. Each team with 4 hits.
Find some green out there now.
Jacob Houghton, the center fielder, at the plate where he's 0 for 2. Fly out to Dalton in the 3rd inning, and a strikeout back in the 1st inning. Infield back all the way across, and Willett gets the first one in there for strike 1. They've been looking for a double play here to get out of the inning. Got him pulled a string. 0-2 now to Houghton. Driven hard to center, but right at Klein. He'll make the catch, tagging from 3rd, and coming home to score is Billington. Advancing to 3rd on the throw is Figgis. 2 out on a sac fly by Houghton.
Designated hitter, Eric Kozlowski.
So Eric Kozlowski, the designated hitter, 0 for 2. Strikeout in the 1st. Flew out to Dalton to start the 4th inning. Starts him off with a changeup, missing outside. 1-0. Willett at 90 pitches here with 2 out in the 5th inning. Farley at short. He'll throw to Kramer at 2nd to get the force out to end the inning. But the Titans come back with 2 runs of their own here in the top of the 5th. 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left. They have stranded 5 through 5 innings. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning here in Kenosha. Carthage leading 5-3.
Why exactly are we pulling them?
New pitcher for the Titans to begin the 5th inning. It'll be Braden Miller, a right-hander. Miller, a sophomore, 5'11", 180 pounds, out of Murfreesboro, Illinois. He is making his 13th appearance, has 4 starts to his credit, a 3-1 record with a 5.23 earned run average. Miller has thrown 32 2/3 innings, 40 hits, 26 runs, 19 of them earned, 14 walks, 22 strikeouts. Opponents hitting .303 against Miller. So Prestemer's day is done. Went 4 innings, gave up 4 hits and 5 runs. The big blow, the Kramer grand slam. He struck out 3, did not walk a batter. And first pitch swinging Bergstrom, fouling that one off. Bergstrom 0 for 1. Grounded to Figgis at short to end the 3rd inning. Outside corner for strike 2. One and two. Miller on in relief here. Bergstrom swing and a miss, strike 3. One gone here in the 5th for the Redmen. Miller last pitched in the doubleheader against North Park back on April 25th. As Klein grounds one to second, Billington has to charge. 2 gone. Brings up Ryan Kramer.
Second baseman Ryan Kramer.
Kramer 1 for 2 with a single. Pitched a third of an inning in the first game of a doubleheader that North Park was able to win 6-3. 1/3 of an inning, got the out. Then the nightcap went 3 innings, gave up 6 hits and 3 runs. As the Vikings swept Illinois Wesleyan, and really that hurt their chances of trying to lock down a spot in the conference tournament. That double dip loss against a team ahead of them. They needed to sweep this series against the Redmen to have a chance. And by losing the first game, will not make the 4-team tournament. 1-2 the count here to Ryan Kramer. Kramer singled, but that one went to third. It was thrown out on a ground ball by Vince Schwartz. Liner to Figgis, who makes the play to retire the side. 3 up and 3 down go the Redmen here in the 5th. We head to the 6th inning in game 2 of our doubleheader. Carthage 5, Wesleyan 3. Top of the 6th inning, the Redmen with a 5-3 lead. 5 runs on 4 hits and no errors for the Redmen. 3 runs, 4 hits, 2 errors committed by the Titans. Right fielder Ben Mansky to lead off the 6th for Wesleyan. He'll be followed by Palmby, then Sefcik. 6, 7, and 8 due up here to face Matt Willett, who's thrown 93 pitches here through the first 5 innings. Popped up on the infield. Who wants it? Schwartz, the first baseman. Grass portion of the field, makes the play. 1 pitch, 1 gone. Second time Mansky is flied out to the first baseman, Schwartz. Catcher Seth Palmby at the plate, 0 for 2. Strikeout victim to end the 4th inning. 1 of 3 Ks today by Willett. go with 4 walks. Outside corner. Evens the count now at a ball and a strike. Driven to left, hooking foul. Count now 1-2. Ansky getting a start in right field here in game number 2. Rounds that one to shortstop Farley. Miles up with it. 2 gone. Second time Paulby has grounded to Miles Farley at short. 2 men out here in the 6th. That brings up Sefcik, the third baseman. 1 for 2. Started that 5th inning off with a single. Came around to score. Part of a 2-run 5th inning that has narrowed the gap here to 5-3. To Phelps at third. 3 up, 3 down inning for Willett here in the 6th. Needed that. 5 1/2 completed here in game 2 of our doubleheader. Carthage 5, Illinois Wesleyan 3. Bottom of the 6th for the Redmen. 3, 4, and 5 due up. Cody Phelps, Nick Pierce, Vince Schwartz. Redmen scoring 5 unearned runs in the 4th inning, aided by 2 throwing errors.
Getting off, third baseman Cody Phelps.
That allowed Ryan Dalton to get to the plate and hit what is so far the difference in this game, the grand slam. Cody Phelps here 1 for 2. Game 2 of this doubleheader, singled and scored in the 4th. Drives that one to left center and deep. Warning track. Wall gone. A leadoff home run for Cody Phelps, his 2nd home run today. Phelps hit one in game 1. A 2-run shot to tie the game in the 1st inning. He now has 5 dingers on the year. RBI number 35 for Cody Phelps.
Designated hitter number 27, Nick Pierce.
Makes it a 6-3 ball game with that one and brings up Nick Pierce, designated hitter. 0 for 2 in game 2. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did, says the base umpire, Mike McGloon. So Brandon Miller tagged for a gopher. 3rd home run given up by Miller this year. Count even now at 1 ball, 1 strike for Oconomowoc native Nick Pierce. Shot the corner and missed, 2-1. Same spot. Ball's behind now, 3-1. Three-one pitch by Miller. Check to swing, he went around. Full count now. So Phelps with a pair of home runs today in this doubleheader. Dalton with the grand slam in the 5th inning. Farley also with a home run. Bouncer up the middle. Billington, tough play from behind the bag, throws him out. Pierce went over that bag awkwardly. Let's hope he's okay. Good play by the second baseman. Billington had a range behind second base. And throw with his momentum taking him to the third base side a second. Got an accurate throw over to Shea at first. 1 out here in the 6th. And Schwartz drives that one into left. But on the run was Bosco, able to make the play. Nice job by Bosco, short of the warning track in left. 2 out, bottom of the 6th for the Redmen, a run in. Here's Clayton Taylor, left fielder. Singled and scored, came home on the grand slam by Dalton. 1 for 2 here in game 2. Tap foul at the plate. Got that one off the front foot. Take some extra time here. Old-fashioned stirrups on the feet of Clayton Taylor. Inside check to swing, but it went off the bat. He's behind 0-2. Braden Miller delivers. Again, tap foul. I think the solid red stirrups pretty much made popular by the 1970s Cincinnati Reds, the big red machine. These guys used to wear them up high. That one misses away, 1-2. Cardinals had a little bit of a stripe on their old-fashioned strips, as did the Boston Red Sox back in the day. Days of Jim Rice and Karl Yastrzemski and Freddie Lynn. Figgis will throw out Taylor to end this 6th inning. But the Redmen come back with a run on the leadoff solo home run by Cody Phelps. They increase their lead now, 6-3.
My brother's not 6 feet tall. I'm the tallest. Nobody looks big next to Brian.
Dennis, 2 for 7. 2 for 7, Dennis.
Defensive changes for the Redmen, now in left center field, Jake Marzouk. And in right field, Colton Klein.
Defensive changes here for the Redmen to begin this 7th inning. Jake Marzouk into the ball game now. He'll play center field, and he will bat in the spot held by Clayton Taylor. Dalton moves from right field to left, Klein from center to right, and Marzouk in center field. Matt Willett behind on the leadoff batter here, Stephen Billington, 3-1. And lost him. Leadoff walk to start the 7th for the Titans. And that may be all here for Willett. Call has been made to the bullpen, so Willett goes 7+ here today. 6+, excuse me. Facing one batter here in the 7th. 105 pitches today for Willett. 4 hits, 5 walks, and 3 strikeouts. He's still responsible for Billington on at first base. So we have Brandon Hennick coming in now to pitch for the Redmen. Seventh appearance of the season for Hennick. All in relief. He has a 5.40 earned run average. 13 1/3 innings, 17 hits, 12 runs, 8 earned, has walked 6 and struck out 7. He's hit 3 batters, and he's committed 4 walks. So Hennick relieving Willett becomes the 2nd pitcher of the day for Augie Schmidt and the Redmen. Out of Oak Lawn, Illinois, 6 foot, 185-pound sophomore is Hennick. Top of the order here, Nick Figgis, 2 for 3, including a solo home run in the first, gave his team an early 1-0 lead. First pitch from Hennick in there for a strike. Hennick last pitched last week Saturday, 1 week ago, in Decatur. Line shot, grabbed by Farley. He'll throw to first, not in time. It gets past Schwartz, but it bounces off the fencing behind first base. Not far enough to advance. 1 gone. Brings up the left fielder, John Bosco. Bosco 0 for 2 with a walk today. He's grounded out twice to Kramer at second. Biggest not going, curveball missing low. Against Milliken, Hennick went 3 2/3. 5 hits, 4 runs, 1 earned. It was a 9-7 victory by the Redmen. Fouled at the plate. 1-1. Redmond will have the 2 seed going into the conference tournament next weekend down in Naperville. More importantly, if they can win this second game, get some momentum here after winning 5 in a row. Want to stay in that top 4 in the regional rankings that came out on Thursday. Carthage was ranked 4th in that regional ranking, the Central Region. Got to believe North Central is going to hang on to that number 1 ranking, followed by Wartburg, Webster, Carthage, then Wash U. Augustana from the CCIW ranked 7th this week in the Central Region. 1-2 count, popped up behind the plate. Bergstrom giving chase, but it's going to get out of play. 6-3 Redmond. 5 in the 4th inning by Carthage today. Ryan Dalton, grand slam, capping that off. Titans with 1 in the 1st. Carthage then with 5 in the 4th. Wesleyan came back with 2 in the 5th. Carthage plating 1 in the 6th. 6 runs on 5 hits for the Redmen, 3 runs on 4 hits, and 2 costly errors that kept that inning going, allowing Dalton to get to the plate and hit the grand slam. Popped him up, center field. Marzuk just in, makes the play. 1 gone. Take that 2 out. Brings up Garrett Shea, the first baseman. He's reached base all 3 times today, 2 walks and a single. Officially 1 for 1. Biggest not going. Pitch on the outside corner. Good fastball by Hannick. Nearly hit him. Got a soft one outside, missing. 2-1 the count here. Sophomore. Prepped at Marist High School. Throw over to first, Figgis back safely. Or check that Billington. 4-year letter winner at Marist. Also wrestled, played some football. Very good academically, was on the dean's list in high school. Counting major here at Carthage is Hannick. 3-1 here to Garrett Shea. Lost him. 2 on now. Pair of walks issued in this inning. So runners at first and second with 2 gone, and Jacob Houghton due up. Houghton drove in a run in the 5th with a sacrifice fly to Dalton in center field. Flew out, or to, I should say, Klein in center field, then flew out to Dalton in the 3rd, struck out looking in the 1st. On the corner, evens the count now at 1-1. High, 2-1. at the knees for strike two. Nice buckler there. So let's see what the runners do. Billington on at second, Shea at first. Not going. Pitch line foul down the right field line. Runners holding. Driven to left center. That'll get down for a base hit. Rounding second and heading home is Billington. Coming to third with a play, and he's in safely, is Garrett Shea, and taking second on the throw is Houghton. So they get a run back. Makes it 6-4 here in the seventh. Tying runs in scoring position. The go-ahead run coming to the plate here, and Eric Kozlowski, the designated hitter. Kozlowski officially 0 for 2. Grounded into a force out back in the fifth to end the inning. Flew out to Dalton and right in the fourth and struck out. One and one the count. Kozlowski with a pair of home runs in this series, a couple of solo shots. Had one in the game yesterday. One in game one here today. Grounded to Farley at short. And the Redmen get out of the inning. But the Titans come back with a run on one hit. There were 2 walks and 2 men left. Bottom of the seventh, time to stretch them out here in Kenosha. Carthage leading by a score of 6-4.
No, what they do before is they go early. They go at like 4 o'clock to like a park. No, they go big elaborate all the hours.
Another pitching change for the Titans here. They've used 8 different pitchers in this doubleheader today. It's Nick Brune. Brune, a right-hander, has a record of 3-4 with a 3.71 earned run average. His 14th appearance, he's started 10 games, has 1 complete game shutout. He's pitched 51 innings, 46 hits, 28 runs, 21 earned, has walked 20, struck out 35. He has allowed 1 home run. Opponents with a .245 batting average against Brune. He's on in relief, the 3rd pitcher in game 2 here for Dennis Martell. Ryan Dalton stepping in here to the bottom of the 7th. It was his grand slam in the 4th that put a capper on that 5-run inning. 3-quarter delivery in there for a strike. And it drops down almost sidearm, sometimes 3/4. Does Brune. That one completely sidearm, tap foul, and Dalton in the hole now 0-2. It'll be Dalton, then Farley, then Bergstrom. Dalton moving from the sun field in right over to left in that top of the 7th. The defensive switch by Augie Schmidt. Struck him out. First strikeout by Brune. 36 strikeouts now, and 51+ innings for Bruin. Brings up Miles Farley, 0 for 2 here in game 2. Strikeout and a fly out to center. Grounded sharply to short, and Figgis. Long throw, pulls the man off the bag. He'll be safe. Second throwing error by Figgis in this game. So the Titans committing 3 errors here in game 2. Brings up the number 9 hitter Bergstrom with 1 on and 1 out. Takes a strike. Slow roller. Picked up by the third baseman. No play at second. Will make the play at first. Good job by Sefcik that time. Got the catcher Bergstrom at first, but advancing to second is Farley. So runner in scoring position with 2 out for the top of the order in Colton Klein.
The right fielder, Colton Klein.
Klein 0 for 3, but reached on an error back in the 4th inning. Throwing error by Figgis. Had 2 of them here today. Looked like he was going to bunt and missed. Pitch riding inside, ball 1. Bruin out of Mundelein. Mundelein High School. Into the dirt, nice stop by Palmby, preventing Farley from advancing. Pitched Tuesday against North Central, pitched an inning in that ball game. Gave up 2 runs. Got that one in and over. Two and 1. His last start coming against North Park. First game of that doubleheader. Klein to the right side to Shea, the first baseman, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits. There was an error and 1 man left. We head to the 8th inning here in game 2 in Kenosha. Carthage with a 6-4 lead. Right-hander Joe Sambucci in to work the 8th. Sambucci, a senior, playing in his final home game here today, getting a chance to pitch here. 6'2", 220 out of Lamont, Illinois, Lamont High School. Sambucci got the save against North Park on Tuesday. Pitching the 9th inning. Gave up a hit, 1 strikeout, and 1 wild pitch, preserving a 6-4 victory over the Vikings. His first save of the season.
Leading off the right fielder, Ben Mansky. Now on a pitch.
13th appearance. Booch with a 5.51 earned run average. Mansky stepping in, takes a ball, 1-0. Mansky 0 for 3. Be followed by the catcher Palmby and then the third baseman Sefcik. For Redmond. A 5-run fourth inning, the difference. Foul left side, out of play. Count even now at 2-2 to Mansky. Couple of pop-outs to the first baseman Schwartz. Flew out to Farley at short. Took something off and missed outside. Count full now, 3-2. Again fouled back. Sambucci got his only start early this season out in the Arizona trip against Rockford. Went 4 innings, gave up 7 hits and 7 runs. He walks the leadoff man to start the 8th inning here for the Titans. Well, the Redmen have given up the base on balls here in this second game. It's the 7th walk issued by the pitching staff here today. Brings up the catcher Palmby, 0 for 3. Saved by Bergstrom on that curveball. 1-0 the count. Palmby grounded out to Farley twice and has struck out. Schwartz holding the runaround at first. Breaking ball just missed. He's behind now, 2-0 to catcher Palmby. Right down Main Street on the 2-0 pitch, 2-1. Runner broke first, then cut off his run. 3-1 the count to the catcher Palmby. Runner going on 3-1. It's grounded sharply. Knocked down by the third baseman Phelps. He'll have no play. So the first 2 batters have reached the tying runs on base here in the 8th inning for the Titans. Advancing to second is Mansky. On at first is Palmby with an infield hit off the glove of Phelps, the third baseman, and Sambucci in some trouble here. Gonna square around to bunt, drops one down right in front of the plate. Nice bunt. Booch's only play first base, gets the out, but the runners advance to second and third with 1 out. So the tying runs now in scoring position for the Titans. The number 9 hitter, Billington, to the plate. Billington has walked twice and scored 2 runs. He's also flied out to Dalton and right. Went around on an inside pitch. Went outside with the slider and missed. 1-1. to right field, and it will get down for a base hit. One run is in. They'll hold the runner at third. As coming in Mansky to score, and it's a one-run game. An RBI single for Billington. For Billington, that run batted in. Number 10 on the year. It's a 6-5 ball game. Runners at the corners with one out here in the top half of the 8. And Figgis, the leadoff man, at the plate. Curveball, nice one in there, beauty. 0-1. Figgis 2 for 4. His solo home run back in the first inning gave the Titans an early 1-0 lead. That held up to the 5-run fourth inning by the Redmen. Comes back with a sinker. Okay, a bit of a circle change maybe. Out in front of him now, 0-2. Into left field for a base hit, and we're tied at 6. So 2 runs in to tie the game now at 6. The Hawks have come home to roost here.
Left fielder, John Bosco.
Brings up Bosco, the left fielder. 0 for 3 with a walk. And that might be it for Sambucci. Call to the bullpen has been made, so Sambucci goes 1/3 of an inning. 3 hits, 2 earned runs, and we're not done on the book yet. This will be Brian Pulaski, the closer. So Pulaski coming in, try and hold the fort here. With 2 in, game tied at 6. 8th inning of game number 2. Brian Pulaski. Three and 1 with a team record 10 saves on the year. Making his 18th appearance all out of the pen. 5.56 earned run average for Pulaski in 22 2/3. 24 hits, 16 runs, 14 earned. 7 walks, 21 strikeouts. Eight of those 20 hits went for extra bases so far this year. So Pulaski called on to try and close the door here. Big right-hander, 6'5", 285 out of Elk Grove Village. Conant High School in Hoffman Estates. Last appearance was Monday in the makeup game against Wheaton. Pitched an inning, gave up 3 hits and 3 runs. Gained a full run on his ERA in that ball game. A 7-6 Redmen win. Going to face the left-hander Bosco here. With 1 out, 2 runs in.
Now on the pitch for the Redmen, number 35, Brian Pulaski.
Leadoff walk by Mansky, and then the single by Palmby. The first 2 hitters to reach have scored here in this 8th inning to tie the game at 6. Sharply hit into right field for a base hit. They're going to rule it hit the runner. So they're going to rule the runner out. Made contact with that line drive. So Figgis is okay. Smoker off the bat of Bosco. So runner interference Bosco reaching on a fielder's choice. Holding at second is Billington. Curveball fouled into the netting. Got that one up. I think catcher Bergstrom may have been crossed up there. So a hard hit ball, but it hit the runner, Figgis, off at first base. So he's out on runner interference. So first and second, 2 out, and 0-1 count to Garrett Shea. Driven hard into center field. Coming on as Marzook makes the catch. Pulaski comes in and shuts the door, but the Titans come up with 2 runs on 2 hits. Make it 3 hits. No errors and 2 left. Titans have stranded 9 runners here through the first 8 innings. We head to the bottom of the 8th, tied at 6.
Second baseman, Ryan Kramer.
Tie ball game here into the bottom of the 8th. Ryan Kramer, the number 2 hitter, followed by Phelps and Pierce for the Redmen against side armor Nick Brune. Ball 1 to Kramer. Lined out hard to the shortstop Figgis back in the 5th inning. Reached on a single. Was thrown out on a ground ball to the third baseman Sefcik. Back in the 4th. He's ahead in the count, 2-0. Facing Brune for the first time. Grounded sharply to Figgis at short. Throw across, 1 gone. Brings up Cody Phelps. Leadoff solo home run in the 6th inning for Phelps, his 2nd dinger of the day. Hit a 2-run belt in the 1st inning of game number 1 today. That tied the game and pops that one up. Figgis, the shortstop, drifting back. He'll make the play, and 2 gone here in the 8th for the Redmen. Brings up Pierce, the designated hitter. He's grounded out 3 times today. Shortstop, third base, and second. Lays off the outside pitch, ball 1. No, both starting pitchers off the hook now. It's in the hands of the relief corps. Sambucci and Brune, the pitchers of record now. Figgis to his right. Got all 3 putouts for the Titans here in this 1-2-3/8 inning by the Redmen. We head to the 9th. We're tied at 6. Top of the ninth here in game 2 of our doubleheader. Titans with 2 in the 8th to tie it at 6. It'll be Houghton, Kozlowski, and Mansky for the Titans. Middle of their order. Facing the closer, Pulaski. He is the pitcher of record now for the Redmen. And that one's driven into left center, but not too deep. Dalton comes in, makes the play. 1 gone here in the 9th. Dalton moved from right to left when Marzouk came in to replace Taylor. Augie shuffles that outfield around. You have Klein now in right, Marzouk in center, and Dalton playing left. Here's Kozlowski, the designated hitter. Curveball in there, a beauty. 0 for 3 is Kozlowski here in game 2. He's had a pair of home runs in this series, a couple of solo shots. Checked his swing. Did he go? No, he didn't, says Mick McGloon down at first. 1-1 the count. Popped up. Short right field, coming in is Klein. Can't make the play. It bounces behind him, but good job by Kramer backing him up right there. And Klein looking into that sun, got a late break. It'll go as a single for Kozlowski. So the go-ahead run on at first base here for the Titans. Here's Ben Mansky, the right fielder. Mansky 0 for 3, but drew an inning opening walk in the 8th and scored to make it a 1-run game, and then Palmy came in to tie it. 1-0 the count to Mansky. Grounded to Schwartz at first. Will take the out there. Advancing to second is Kozlowski. 2 men gone here in the 9th, but the go-ahead run now in scoring position for Illinois Wesleyan. Seth Palmy, the catcher, at the plate. He followed the Mansky walk with a single back in the 8th inning. Both came in to score. Low and away for ball 1. Up the middle, it'll get through for a base hit. Charging is Marzouk. There'll be a play at the plate. The throw coming in, not in time, and the Titans take the lead 7-6 on a Palmy RBI single. So they've come back with 2 in the 8th and 1 here in the 9th to take a 7-6 lead. Brings up Sefcik, the third baseman. Check swing. Did he go? No. Mick McGloon getting the business from the Redmond bench. One and 0 the count. Curveball missing at the knees. 2-0. Where was it? Had to have been low. It had the plate. So Pulaski behind 2-0 here. Ground ball. This is going to be a tough play. Phelps, the third baseman, on the run and got him out at first. Good job by Phelps charging that play and got him by a half a step, but the damage done. They get 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 man left. We head to the bottom of the 9th inning, 1 to tie, 2 to win. Carthage trailing 7-6. Well, the Carthage bullpen faltering here down the stretch, giving up a run in the 7th, 2 in the 8th, and 1 more in the 9th. Redmond trail here, 7-6 as we head to the bottom of the 9th inning. Nick Bruin stands to get the win here if he can get the Redmen out here in the 9th. It'll be Schwartz, Marzouk, and Dalton. 5, 6, and 7 hitters due up. Hopefully a few more here for the Redmen. As they try and go for the doubleheader sweep and take the season series from the Titans. Pitch on the outside corner. 1-1 the count. Same spot at the belt, 1-2. Wasted it outside, 2-2. Schwartz reached base only once here in this game, too. A fielder's choice and scored a run. Came in on the grand slam by Dalton. Popped up right center. Mansky, the right fielder there. 1 gone here in the 9th. Here's Jake Marzouk. Nope, it's going to be Joe Sisk pinch hitting for Marzouk.
Pinch hitting for the Redmen, number 3, Joe Sisk.
So Sisk to pinch hit. 0 for 4 in game 1 of this doubleheader with 2 strikeouts as the designated hitter. Left-handed hitter, sidearm pitcher. Augie looking for a little magic here. Sisk fouls the first pitch he sees, 0-1. Missed outside. Pulled the string on that one, a little changeup action. Sisk out in front now. Count 1-2. Missed outside, 2-2. Sisk with just 1 home run this year to go with 18 RBI. Trying to extend the inning. 1 gone here in the 9th. Popped up, foul territory. Chasing it down, and it's going to get out of play into the Titan bullpen. Break here for Sisk. pinch hitting for Marzouk here in the 9th. Bruin's pitch, swing and a miss. Got him on a sinker that time. First strikeout by Bruin. Make it his second strikeout today. Here's Ryan Dalton. Part of that 5-run 4th inning. Dalton with a grand slam in that inning. Lays off the breaking ball, 1-0. Dalton 1 for 2, was hit by a pitch back in the 3rd inning. Redmond down to their final out here. On the outside corner. Redmond down to their final strike. Rooney trying to close it down here. Wouldn't go fishing. 2-2. Bruin looks in for the sign. The 2-2 pitch, laid off another one, 3-2. Pinch hitter on deck for the Redmen. Joe Godlewski. Wouldn't offer, missed the plate, ball 4. So a 2-out walk puts the tying run on at first base for the Redmen with 2 out here in the 9th.
Pinch hitting for the Redmen, number 15, Joe Godlewski.
It'll be Joe Godlewski, one of the seniors on this Redmond squad, playing in his final home game. Will pinch hit here for Farley. Augie trying to get some left-handed sticks up to the plate here. Godlewski, 360 hitter. 1 home run, 8 RBIs. Tying run at first. Popped him up on the infield. Third baseman Sefcik will take it, and the Titans win the series here, splitting the doubleheader this afternoon, taking the nightcap 7-6. For the Titans, 7 runs, 10 hits, and 3 errors. 9 men left on base. Redmond 6 runs, 5 hits, and no errors, with 4 men left on base. The winning pitcher will be Nick Bruin today, improves his mark now to 4-4. Losing pitcher will be Brian Pulaski. He now falls to 3-2 on the season. Redmond dropped 2 of 3 here to the Titans. Titans finish up the regular season with a win. They take 2 of 3 from the Redmen. Carthage next action will be next weekend in Naperville as part of the 4-team CCIW men's baseball tournament next weekend in Naperville. Your final here, 7-6 in favor of the Titans. They split the doubleheader, Carthage winning game 1 by a score of 12-6. And coming back to take the nightcap are the Titans here today. My thanks to our student staff all season long, bringing you our Carthage Athletics live here on our television. For John Voinovich, I'm John Weiser. Thanks for tuning in. Hey, we'll catch you in September for football. No doubt about it. Your final here, Titans 7, Carthage 6. Good afternoon, everyone.